Will I feel normal again? When will I feel normal? These are questions that I get asked all the time. And these are pretty big questions to sit in. And in fact, I sat in them myself for quite some time in my own grief journey. I think it took nearly 2 years for the shock to wear off for me personally. After the shock wears off in your initial grief, you're then in what I call the time in between, because your new life hasn't started yet. And you're still so attached to your old life, which you can't have anymore. So you're in this sort of limbo. Whenever you have a major loss, you are actually traumatized. The grief sits within your trauma body, and you also have a thing called trauma brain, grief brain. I'll come on to those in other videos, but for the purpose of this one, will I feel normal again? The short answer is yes. The longer answer is it does take a lot of work. I equate grief to having a full-time job. You have to work at everything. And I know that right now it probably feels like there's lead running through your veins instead of blood. You feel heavy, sick, sad, tired, sore. I know for me personally, I slept for 12 hours at least every night. I was blessed with the ability to sleep. I know some of you, a lot of people can't actually sleep and they are awake all night, and that's when all the thoughts creep in. Thankfully, I was able to sleep. But then what would happen is when I would wake up, I wouldn't be able to get out of bed. It would take me between, say, 2 to 4 hours just to plant my feet on the ground and be able to get up. So I know where you're at. And what I'm going to invite you to do is take small, committed steps towards making yourself feel better. You know, there's no right or wrong way. You have to take as much action as you can, but also be cognizant of the fact that sometimes that action might just be having a glass of water and making sure that you have a glass of water every day. Or it could look more like making sure that you go out for a walk, even if it's only 10 minutes. I'm going to share what helped me feel normal in the hope that it will help you feel normal. For me, whenever I was traumatized, whenever I lost my partner, I felt like I was shattered into a million pieces. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, just completely shattered. But what I knew is that I needed to build a body which was strong enough to withstand what I was about to go through emotionally. And I made that decision very early on. I find a lot of solace in like yoga and more softer exercises. So for example, there was this class called Body Balance, and it's a mixture of Tai Chi, yoga, Pilates. They had beautiful music. You had your yoga mat. It's really important when you are in trauma and when you're suffering from emotional traumas to take care of your body, to stretch it all out, because we become tight, hunched, restricted. We don't breathe properly. Doing like yoga exercises and stuff that opens up your heart lets the emotions flow, because the emotions have to come and you have to actually process them. So I would recommend that so highly. And on that, you know, you're holding your breath so tight because you're trying to hold yourself together. But you have to remember to take deep breaths or commit yourself to some sort of breathwork exercise. What will also help you feel normal again is lean on your friends and family for support. All anybody wants to do is support you, but they don't know how. The thing about death is that it makes people feel really clumsy. They don't know what to say, what to do, or worse still, they say the wrong thing and they upset you. Until you've been in that situation, it's very hard to understand what it's actually like. I would tell your friends and family specifically what you need. What actions could they take that would help you, whether that is picking up your food shopping, inviting you over for lunch. Tell your friends exactly what it is that you need. If you have children and you need help with them to be taken care of so that you can take care of you, do that. If you need them to take you places, people are only too willing to help you, and lean on them for support. This isn't something that you should try and go alone or be a martyr or have a stiff upper lip. There is support out there, and your friends really, really do want to help you. Another piece of advice that I would give you is let yourself feel joy. You will find on your grief journey, even though your heart is absolutely broken, there will be pockets of joy. People often tell me that they feel guilty for feeling joy or any form of positive emotion, and I didn't. And my advice to you is let that soak in. You know that you have to go home to those lonely, cold nights in an empty bed. You know what you have to face, the devastation, the heartbreak, and the sheer horror of loss. And if you can experience a moment of joy, grasp it with both hands. You deserve it. And it's not to take away from the loss that you're feeling. You can be both happy and hurting. It's not one or the other, it's both and. The new normal will never be what you had before. You're always going to have an ache in your heart for the person that you've lost. That doesn't go away. When you're in a highly traumatized state, another thing which I would highly recommend is energy healing techniques. These were a godsend. So your acupuncture, your kinesiology, your Reiki, if I can think of any other ones, I'll put them in the comments below. Kinesiology is absolutely fantastic. Acupuncture is amazing. Reiki, can't rate it highly enough, but you have to find the right practitioner. Massage is also another great one. I'm sure you're really craving physical touch, as I was. You know, that's ripped away from you all of a sudden. Massage therapy to help work out the tension and just to make your body that bit softer and to help move your energy and help work the grief through your body. Yes, you will feel normal again. Yes, it will take a lot of time. But there's support out there for you and people that want to be with you every single step of the way. And don't listen to people who tell you that you need to get over it and that you will recover and heal. You learn to live with it. And part of that is finding the best ways to take care of yourself now when you need it the most. If you've got to this part of the video, I'm sure you found something in here that has resonated with you and that has helped you. I will continue to make these videos to offer guidance and tips and a bit of a roadmap for people that are navigating their way through their journey of grief. And if you like this video and you want to keep up to date with my content as I put it out there, follow me or subscribe and like this video.